Good evening, fellas. Welcome back to another Diecast driven stream. As you can well see, I'm never prepared. I'm tired today, guys. How about you? Hopefully you're having a good day. Hopefully the audio is good. Again, I never change anything on the audio, but you never know. Sometimes there are gremlins in the system. Braden, good to see you, of course. P. Monza as well. Ellie Race Arts finally catching a live stream. Good to see you guys here this evening. It is what day is it? Today is Thursday. There is no NASCAR on this weekend. There is also no IndyCar on this weekend. So no like immediate channel related racing. So I figured we would talk about some old NASCAR today. I'm sure you noticed the thumbnail. If you haven't, go ahead and vote on the poll in the chat. We got a pretty even distribution right now. I know, sad, no racing. I just posted a Linkin Park video on my channel. 1 subscriber away from goal 5. Nice, P. Monza. Linkin Park. I was listening to some Linkin Park today. Some good stuff from those guys. I was cutting some grass, jamming out to some early to mid 2000s rock, metal, however you want to describe it. It was good stuff. But I'm glad to have you guys here. We're just going to crank out another one of Cody's cars tonight. I cleared some the other day, so I have 5 that are done. I just haven't put them together yet. 1 is completely done. The other 4 have been cleared. I just got to pick them up. Hope they scrap it sooner or later. Good evening. Well, good evening, Mr. Rusco. Glad to have you here. Yeah, so the poll question, it was prompted by IndyCar's new car that they have since released, and too hot to mow in the evening. It wasn't too bad here. By the time I started cutting, the sun was pretty much down behind the trees, so my whole backyard was in shade, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, IndyCar came out with their new car for 2028, so they have a year left to tweak it and mess with it before it goes racing. And that kind of got me thinking, that prompted me to post tonight's poll question as it is. You'll be back. Oh, no problem, Pimanza. All good. Get them chores done. I feel that. I don't know that much about IndyCar. I'm still somewhat new-ish to it. I used to follow it a little bit, but haven't in a while. Recently kind of got back into it. And, yes, Ellie. The new car that they announced, it looks pretty good. They announced some weight savings. They announced some different attributes of the car. I haven't done like a full dive into it yet, but it got me thinking, when is NASCAR going to get rid of this next gen car and come up with something better? I think, we've had the next gen car. Your last comment got deleted. What's up, NASCAR kid? Good to see you. I do have semi-strict moderation on because we've had some trolls in the chat, some bot accounts that spam. So if you're not a bot account, I apologize. But if you are, then the moderation is working. But yeah, so the next gen car has been around now 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. We're in the 5th year of the next gen car. And I don't want to just complain all the time, but I feel like, we're past the point of, hey, this car, it's new, let's give it a chance. Like, we're past that point. 5 years into this car, and they should know by now that this car is not it. This car does not provide a consistent racing product across the board. I don't think it's visually appealing. How can I make him print out a 164 water slide template? Oh, was your first comment? So I get my decals printed through Fusion Scale Graphics, which is a sister company of Print It Decals. And I do the design work myself in Affinity Designer 2. So I'm not sure. I'm sure you could probably do it in like Paint or other Microsoft applications. But I know the Affinity Designer was like, I think it was $35 one-time purchase. Then you have it for life. So that's what I use. Now, for this particular car here, Cody provided me the graphics, and I took those, scaled them down, made them into 164, and then fit 8 of them on a sheet so I could, because I knew I was going to be making 50 of them. I made a template, but it's probably not the right template. So, do you have a printer at home? I would just print it out on like normal copy paper and just test fit it to the car. Cut it out and see before you order water slide decals, because they're expensive. They're not cheap, and you want to get it right. So you don't want to go through all the effort to order them, to wait for them to get shipped to your house and all that stuff, and then by the time they get there, you put them on the car and they're not right. Like, you don't want to go through all that. Tow car overtime for Diecast driven. Well, I'm glad to have you guys here. I think you streamed yesterday, Ellie, or was it earlier today? Either way, I saw it and I missed it because I was doing something. I don't remember. So apologies for missing your other stream. But yeah, it looks like we have a semi-even distribution. Four people say 3 to 4 years. 2 people say 1 to 2 years. One person says never, and one person says 5 to 6 years. I wonder if Brayden is the one that said never because the sun's not going to explode anytime soon. So, yeah, that would be kind of on course for NASCAR, though, to just not get rid of it, especially in modern NASCAR. Ranthony, my good sir, welcome in. I texted your dad, and he didn't respond to me about your question from last stream, so you're gonna have to talk to him about that. He also didn't text me back about, I asked him if he had gone and seen Young Washington yet, and he didn't. So I don't know what's up with that, but hopefully you're doing well this evening. I'm glad to see you here. Matt, time for Diecast driven after a VR soccer game where I dropped 7 goals. Nice, Matt. Very nice. The double hat trick and 1. Good to see you here as well. So, yeah, I just, I know you're backed up with it. Can't make it. How much do you charge to make 164s? I don't even know, to be honest with you. If I just logically walk through it in my head, went to Walmart, they had Authentics. Oh, nice, Matt. If I went through it in my head, so these donor cars, let's just take a normal price for a donor car. It'd be like, let's just say $10. Make it a nice round even number, $10. So if a donor car is 10, and let's say you want 1 car. He's been really busy. Okay, well, if you talk to him, tell him to text me back, because I'm getting worried about him. I thought he was mad at me or something for something I did or said, which would be uncharacteristic of him, but you never know. So if the donor car is $10, let's just assume you can only fit one decal set on a sheet, which isn't true, but let's just assume that to be the case for our discussion's sake. If you do that, let's say it's $15 maybe. So now you're up to $25 just in the donor car and the decal, because you also have to pay for shipping to get the decals to your house. So then that doesn't count shipping of the car whenever I get finished with it. What's up, Rowdy? Good to see you. Welcome in on this Thursday. That doesn't account for, yes, shipping once I'm done with the car. Hold on, give me 1 second. 1 second. And then beyond that, let's just say shipping is $8 to $10. Let's just call it $10. So now you're up to $35. Then on top of all that, it's time and effort. So you take time to sandblast the car, to strip it down, paint it, decal it. I mean, you see how long it takes me to decal cars. So I would say it's more like $50 because like I also put an automotive clear coat on them. Like you can see the shine of the clear coat on these cars. Like, look at that. So yeah, I mean, I would personally say more like $50, but here's the box. Hello, Rowdy Archives. Good to see you. You're late for the same reason, Rowdy. No problem. Well. So yeah, here's the box. I'm wanting 2 of this car. I made one for me and one for NASCAR Cup Series driver Carson Hocevar. I'm familiar with Carson Hocevar. So yes, this is Cody's box for these custom cars. Hopefully that was sufficient. So yeah, it's quite an involved process. I've been doing it for many years, but yeah, I don't know. Gonna run some NASCAR 15 on Xbox 360. Heck yeah, it sounds fun. Mr. Diecast, try and do better with money, so I hope you don't. No. Don't ever apologize. Don't ever apologize. Like, you don't even have to send me any in the first place. Like I said, you're pretty young, so definitely, yeah, focus on saving some money and stuff. Like, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I will be fine. But I do appreciate the support. Let's not get it mixed up that I don't appreciate the support, because I absolutely do. It's very kind and generous, but yeah, never feel obligated or anything. You don't have to apologize by no means. Yeah, it's out of the kindness of your heart that you do, and I really appreciate it, but never ever feel obligated to give me anything. Your guys' time is worth just as much. So I appreciate all of you being here, hanging out, choosing me to hang out with. I mean, of all the things you guys could be doing, you decide to come into one of my streams where we're just decaling cars, shooting the breeze, BSing about NASCAR, and I appreciate it. So yeah, never feel obligated, and definitely you don't have to apologize. How do you get the custom boxes printed? Because that's cool. So there is a printing company that was close to my home, that somebody that I knew somebody there and got me in contact with them. So yeah, it's definitely added a huge dynamic to the customs now. I don't think I've had many asks to give out their information, and I can't do that. Like, it's a small local company for me, so I'm not at liberty to just like give away their information, because what they're doing with the boxes for me is very much outside their scope of their primary business function, but they've been generous enough to do it for me. So I don't want to rock the boat and ruin that potential. I don't want to cause any potential issues with that. I know it's not the answer that you would want to hear, but I'm always truthful with you guys, so that's just the nature of it. If Chevy would bring back a slogan, my example is Chevy and American Revolution. So funny you should say that, Roddy, because I have a Jeff Gordon poster over there, and inside the poster is a bumper sticker that's like this big that has Stuart Gordon Jr. and Harvick's car from like 2004, and it says Chevy and American Revolution on top of it. I love that slogan. Yep. What driver from 2015? P. Monza, welcome back. What driver should I use? Matt, I would always drive as Jeff Gordon. That's my go-to in every every NASCAR game, Jeff Gordon. That's just me. 2015, though, I mean, you could go as Danica. That would be a fun one. You could get her first career dub. There's a lot of drivers from 2015. P. Monza says Dale Jr. Hypothetically, I could get one printed out somewhere at Staples. Yeah, NASCAR Kid. I think Staples would do something like that. It's just a matter of getting the template right and getting the dimensions on the box correct. So it would take some messing around with on your end to get all of that squared away. But yeah, I'm sure Staples could do something like that. I tried there first, and they weren't really grasping what I was trying to get at with those. So it was about the same time where I learned, or I was told about the other company. So what if you took them apart? So it's funny that you mentioned that, because these cars are actually the Action Gold Series cars from 2014, 2015 NASCAR Kid. I was going to make the chassis and interior black, but I just didn't want to commit the time to doing that. I already took all the cars apart, painted all of the cars. I did a lot of work to begin with. And I think this looks kind of cooler because it's, I don't know, it's just different. But yeah, the thought that you have is not a bad one. In fact, the last batch that I made for Cody, I did do with cars that all had black interiors. So that, you know, it is what it is. But that's kind of how the diecast world has gone. It's gone back and forth with painted and not painted interiors. Ranthony, my day was pretty solid. It was pretty good. I just went to work and then came home, cut the grass, had some dinner, and now I'm hanging out with you guys. So I still have yet to make tomorrow's video. I've been kind of busy this week just with family stuff and work and things, so I haven't really put too much thought into tomorrow's video, which maybe I'll try and crank that out tonight. But yeah, hopefully your day was good too. I don't make custom box very often because I use authentic cars, but I made a custom box for Brayton last year. Yeah, so the whole reason why I'm doing custom boxes for Cody's cars is because they're for a promotional thing. So they wanted 50 of them. It's for the Lolcow people. Like, it helps add to the whole set of them. And, you know, to have Cody's car and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. box is just not... It's just not... I don't know. It won't be as presentable, I guess, in my opinion. The goal tonight, by the way, the goal tonight is to not lose this Fusion decal. See this Fusion decal right there? The goal tonight is to not lose it. Yep, right there. Right there. Yeah, we're going to try my darndest to not lose it tonight. But yeah, I'm glad to have you guys here. Ranthony, I know I didn't really skip past your comment, but hopefully your day went good as well. Unfortunately, like the stream says, you guys are well aware, there is no racing that we commonly talk about going on this weekend. There is racing, or there probably is some other form of racing that I'm just not familiar with, or that I don't watch, but yeah. You'll watch it like a hawk. Are you talking about Young Washington? I don't know. What are you referencing? You'll watch it like a hawk. Is there something I missed? No, I said, how was your day? And that was your response. So what did I say? I don't even know. Why do you guys even come to these streams? We do have 12 votes. It seems like the majority of you think that within the next 3 to 4 years, NASCAR will get a car change. Oh, the decal. I understand. I understand. See, you gotta be slow with me because I got a lot going on. P Monza's on it. He knows. Matt's on it. See, all of you guys know. My brain is all over the place, so I don't even know. But you guys got it. See, that's why you rock as a chat. NASCAR kid. One thing. Well, hold on. Chat moved. Oh, chat moved again. One thing that would be cool but would never happen is me partnering up with Lionel. Well, it would be more like a promo car. Yeah, I don't know. I try to generally stay away from the Lionel conversation. Just because I don't feel like dealing with any ramifications for legal purposes. But like in this particular instance, Cody and the team gave me the artwork for these cars. So yeah, it was, I guess, commissioned by them, so to speak, or allowed by them. So I don't have any concerns really about it for this one in particular, especially considering, it's an ARCA car. And it's on a 2014 body. Weren't there. My fire alarm went off midstream yesterday. Oh, that's not good. Hopefully it wasn't for an actual fire. I mean, you're here, so it must not have been too bad, but glad to see you're all right in today's stream. Using Trevor Bayne at Daytona is a solid move, Matt, considering he won the 2011 Daytona 500. By the way, 2011 season has begun on Vodi's channel. I watched the duels today at work. Boy, oh boy, do I miss old NASCAR. And that's Ellie. I really hope not. That would be terrible if it actually did. I really hope you're joking. But yes, I really do miss the old NASCAR, even like 2011. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Broke my foot the other day. Rental karting. I was racing some lap car, cut me off and brake checked me and barely clipped and hit the wall hard. Jeez, well, hopefully your foot heals up quickly. That sucks. I would put the largest paint chip on my car too. Probably not. I went to Opry Mills yesterday and passed Rainforest Cafe and the Lionel. So Ranthony, did you not stop at Rainforest Cafe or the Lionel Racing Store? That's a crazy move if you didn't. You're lucky. You get to live like pretty close. Man, if I lived next to a Rainforest Cafe, it'd be trouble. I'd be eating Rainforest Cafe all the time. I'd probably just go hang out there and get a job there, just so I could enjoy the ambiance. Yeah, you're playing with me. That I don't think you would be here in my stream if that were the case. Lionel put up some pictures of her. I'm bringing up it. Yeah, so Roddy, speaking of that, I tried to purchase his gold card today, and I could not get through for like 20 minutes. And this is the first gold car attempt that I did not secure, and I'm very disappointed because I wasn't buying it for myself. I was trying to buy it for a buddy of mine. And so I'm really sad that I wasn't able to get the car for him or the truck for him. Yeah, so pretty unfortunate. You stopped at Converse and Box Lunch. Box Lunch has some good stuff, some pretty random like Disney stuff and other shows and channels and things. Solid store. I don't know if I've been in Converse. You probably work at Rainforest and eat there daily. Probably. P-Monza, you're probably right. I'd get sick of it. Too much of a good thing, though. You know, there's such thing as too much of a good thing. Ooh, just got the mute right before the sneeze. Woo. You would never miss a diecast ribbon. All I'm saying is my house burned down, they'll still make Thursday stream. Jeez, that's dedication. You guys are dedicated. I appreciate that. You guys are crazy, but I love it. I love it. And I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. You'll probably be going to Lionel store in Nashville next April on my way to Talladega. Nice. That's actually what I did. We stopped on the way to Talladega. Actually, we stopped on the way back from Talladega at Rainforest and the Lionel store in the Opry Mills. Yeah, it was a good time. You're being deported to Delaware next Thursday just for vacation. I actually haven't been to Delaware. I have not been to Delaware. But yeah, I've heard nice things about Delaware. Hey, can I send you my gold truck when I get it and send it as fan mail? I accidentally. How did you buy two? You live all the way up in Michigan. Well, that's not too far from me. I live all the way up in Ohio, so we're neighbors. We are neighbors. How did you buy two of them, P. Monza? It was one per customer. Are we talking about the same thing? Kyle Busch's gold Dover Win truck that was on Thursday Thunder sale this morning? I mean, in the link in the description, or in the description of the streams, yes, I have a PO box that is open. You guys are absolutely allowed to send me fan mail. That is very much permitted. And if you want, I can open it on stream and stuff, but yeah, I mean, I made two accounts, and yes, it's the gold truck. How did you make two? Like, all right, I'm not even gonna question it. Fine, sure. I'll just, yeah. If you get it and want to send it, that would be the craziest thing ever. I don't know how you made two accounts and got it, but I'll just, whatever. I accidentally bought 3 Carson hosted bar Ziegler cars. How do you accidentally use 2 different emails and names? So did you have 2 different phones calling at the same time? How did you make that work? I literally called them like 100 times. Like every time it said call busy, I hit call again. And then it said line busy and I hit call again. And then I did that like 100 times just trying to get in. And I couldn't. It took like 20 minutes before I actually got through to Lionel. And the lady, very nice, but she was like, yeah, they're all gone. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of figured. After it got past like 5 minutes of me trying, I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm getting this truck. So your brother was on the other phone? Well, shoot. I mean, so I was not looking to get the truck for myself personally. My really good friend from California is a huge Kyle Busch fan, and he's actually the one that got me all the donor cars for Cody's cars. And he's the one that's coming with me to Washington, D.C. in a couple weeks for the IndyCar race. So I was really trying to get him that truck today. And it wasn't meant to be. So if you actually do have 2 of them and are willing to give me one of them, first of all, incredibly generous. I would probably have to pay you back for that because they weren't cheap. And second of all, just like, if you're getting my hopes up, that's a pretty crazy play as well. He didn't tell me he got it, and I kept calling and got it without knowing. I'm not returning it. Well, here's the thing. If you do in fact get it and do want to send it, I will pay for it. They were not cheap, so I will absolutely pay for it so I can get it to my buddy. That's wild though. But the PO box is in the description of the live stream. Hold up, my hometown dirt late model drivers racing World of Outlaws. Look, you gotta watch. Ellie, if you gotta go, that's perfectly fine with me. You don't have to apologize. You can go and support your local guy. That's perfectly fine with me. Like I said, I always appreciate you guys being here. If that's something you want to go do, who's stopping you? Not me. You are more than well within your right to go do so. And I support that because you support your local drivers. Also, for any Marvel fans, I saw Spider-Man Brand New Day and it was amazing. I am not a Marvel fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I've heard positive things about it. I heard that it was going to be good and it looked pretty good, so hopefully you liked it. You said it was amazing, so I'm assuming that you did like it. So that's good to hear. Like I said before, we watched Young Washington, and fantastic movie. I love American history. If I wasn't going to be an engineer, history teacher was somewhere written in the stars for me, but engineering ended up working out. So, yeah, I love American history, especially early American history. So it's a movie. It took some creative liberties and some of the things and historical accuracies and inaccuracies, but overall it was a solid movie. I haven't seen a movie in theaters that makes me want to go back to the theaters in a while, and that one definitely did. So, yeah, if you guys haven't had a chance yet, go check out Young Washington. It was a really cool movie. I'm stacked up on races next year. I'm going to Michigan, Talladega, Detroit Grand Prix, Berlin, and Owasso Speedway. Whoa, dude, you are going to a lot of races. That is crazy. I went to Michigan pretty much twice a year since 2005 up until they stopped running twice a year. And it was a good time, mostly cup racing. We did do I went for ARCA a few times to support Cody, and I think that was it. But yeah, Michigan's a good track. I always like going there. It's close to home. It's like 2 hours for me. About 2.5, maybe somewhere between 2.5 and 3 hours, depending upon traffic. Talladega is a cool track, and then I've heard things about Berlin and Detroit Grand Prix. Ellie's getting ready for his next project, reveal soon. All right, keep my eyes peeled for that. Our boy Ranthony cannot wait. I went to the first truck race this year. Truck races are different. I like them because they're shorter. Same thing with O'Reilly. They are shorter races. Where the heck is my phone? I'll be right back. Soon. Not that I get anything important. I just gotta keep it here in case somebody sends me a message. Ugh. But yeah, I do like the truck races because they're so short and because there's like hardly anybody there. You can sit wherever you want. Like if you don't like the seat you're in, just get up, walk 20 feet and find another spot. It's pretty nice. Same thing with O'Reilly to some degree, but I mean, the last handful of O'Reilly races that I've been to were all ones that I was with the team, so I was in the garage and stuff, so it's a little bit different story there. You live 15 minutes from MIS. That would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah, we live quite a bit further than 15 minutes. We gotta cross state lines and go a little ways, but it was always a good time going up there. It was always a good time going up there for the races. I can tell you didn't go to this year's truck race. It was stacked in the grandstands. Huh. I mean, personally, I would like to see the grandstands filled as well from a spectator standpoint. It's always better optically. However, logistically, when you are part of that mass of people, it is very annoying because there's just tons of people, and then there's tons of traffic. So, oh man, Greg coming in here with the compliment of the evening, bringing his positivity to the chat, to the stream. You're gonna work on your Brayton last week. Sure, that's fine. Do whatever you gotta do. Greg's back. Greg is back, Matt. You're deciding to make entire NFL fantasy teams. I have 532 teams. Well, I don't know much about that, but have fun with it. Our boy Greg, it's good to see you. Going to the truck race led me to meet John Hunter, Lane Riggs, and Ryan Priest. That's a cool group of drivers. Pretty, somewhat random, but pretty neat. Greg, he's back. Yeah, he was Lions for life. No, I don't think he was. He could have been. He could have been, Matt. I don't know. He got the ban hammer pretty quick, though, that account. It might have been Greg. You never know. He's a little sneaky. He's a little sly. Never forget. So, I don't know if you guys saw, and you know what, I could probably pull it up. Let me pull up Carson Hocevar's. He's a Cardinals fan. Like St. Louis Cardinals or Arizona Cardinals? Greg Dortch plays for them now. Right. Carson Hocevar. What the heck is it? Would they post that on Instagram? I don't have Instagram, so can I even see them? How does Instagram even work? Arizona? Our boy L is from Arizona. Meeting Hocevar was way out of the picture, MIS, because of the mob people. Yeah. I met him and Jones, though, the Wednesday. Oh, that's cool. Screw the Cardinals, though. I don't know who that is. Okay. We're going to have to go to AOL.com. AOL.com's a thing still? Can we see where his... Can we just see his post? Oh, he wrote it on Facebook. Alright, maybe this. There we go. Alright. Yeah, we'll pull this up. Board Diecast, welcome in. I met Carson, I'm a NASCAR heckle, and my video blew up. You are definitely a NASCAR heckle. I found it. Hold on, I found it. Board Diecast, hopefully you're doing well tonight. It's good to see you in the chat. Okay, so this is what Carson said. So, generally speaking, I agree with pretty much everything he said here. Do you want me to read it, or can you guys just read it on the screen? I feel like it's... I mean, I feel like you guys can read it. You don't need me to read it. But, yeah, I pretty much agree with everything he said here. There's a lot of small things that NASCAR does and doesn't do nowadays, or did and no longer does, that you've seen it. Yeah. Do you guys agree generally? So, of the people in the chat, how long have you guys been watching NASCAR? What's the longest you guys have been watching NASCAR? I started watching in the early 2000s. My very first race that I attended in person was in 2004, but I was watching 2002, 2003, somewhere in there. I vaguely remember like 2001, but I wouldn't really count that as like watching NASCAR. But I would say early 2000s, and then I watched through the rise and through the fall. So since 2016, since 2017, holy cow. So you guys like missed the peak. Okay, that's fair. Been watching since the day we were born. You've been watching since 06. So Board Diecast, you probably have the closest mindset that, to me anyway, first race was 2017 Pure Michigan 400. Okay, I was actually at that race, NASCAR kid. So Ellie was 2016. Wow. Dang, we got a young chat. So, except for you and me, Board Diecast, we're the old fellas in this chat. Unfortunately, I missed the good stuff. Yeah, so what I was going to say is I grew up, like the years that I vividly remember starting was 2004 to 2007. Really that 4-year Gens 4 era where it kind of peaked. Yours was 2016, 2017. So you guys all kind of started, aside from Board Diecast, who's with me, old people. You guys all probably, I know, I hear you, have a similar view. I'm actually interested to hear your guys' take on it, because I don't want to say an interesting take. Dang. Not that old. Yeah, I know. I'm only 30. But, yeah. Greg's 37. Greg's ancient. That's not true. He's trolling again. But yeah, so I got to watch during NASCAR's peak. Like, that was my introduction to NASCAR, was 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007. So those, like, 4 years were my introduction to NASCAR as a fan. And it was those 4 years where it peaked, and then it just kind of plateaued a little bit in popularity. And then by the end, kind of by like 2007, 2008, it started to decline. The major thing about sport visually are all the full... So yes, Braden, that was exactly what my next point was. Jeff Gordon's DuPont Flame blue and orange car. Tony Stewart's orange Home Depot car. Kevin Harvick's black and silver Goodwrench car. Dale Jr.'s red Budweiser car. Jimmy Johnson's blue and silver and yellow Lowe's car. You had the Dodge cars for Evernham that were pretty much all red. You had Bobby Labonte in the Interstate 18, Michael Waltrip in the Napa 15. You had the silver bullet with Sterling Marlin. You had, and then David Stremme eventually. You had Rusty Wallace in the 2 car, who had eventually went to Kurt Busch. But you had a familiarity with NASCAR that you could tune in any given race, any Sunday that the race was on, or sometimes a Saturday evening, and you could pick your driver out within a lap or two. And there was a familiarity with it. There was a, I don't want to say like a comfort zone, but there was definitely, like, you could tune in and you knew where your driver was going to be. You knew where to find him on the track. It was simple. And oh yeah, Kansas DeWalt, yep, Taurus, the Killer Bees, the Sadler M&M's cars, the Kellogg's car, yes, absolutely. I know there's going to be ones that I'm missing for sure, 100%. I'm just kind of going off the top of my head. But yes, the UPS car, the 88, Dale Jarrett in the UPS car to go with the Robert Yates Racing and Elliott Sadler team. No customs, then, is what you're saying. What do you mean no customs then is what you're saying? I'm working on a custom right now. Are you talking about customs back then? I'm back. They genuinely cut the broadcast after qualifying. Well, that's annoying. But that was a huge draw for the casual fan. Like, you could just tune in and you could find your driver very easily. Dale Jr.'s amp scheme. Yep. Right. That and the National Guard schemes were very similar, but they were the two primary schemes. First race, sorry, Pimonza, I gotta go back to that. First race I was 2017. I've been watching my first. Let's go, Brandon race. My first truck race was 2023. There would never be any customs to make. Well, yeah, there would never be any customs to make because there were so many different diecast companies back then that pretty much every single car got made. Like you had Racing Champions were making cars. I mean, shoot, Hot Wheels was making cars back then. You had Motorsports Authentics. You had RCCA. You had Team Caliber. You had, what am I missing? Action. Did I say Racing Champions? I feel like I already did. But there would never be any customs to make because all of the cars were pretty much made in by one company or another. Did you see the unsponsored Legacy Monaco car? I hope they're not starting party. Actually, no, I didn't. I saw they got got some new owners or some joint owners, but I didn't really read too much into it. But also they had simple things. Oh yeah, Winter Circle. Good call, Braden. Winter Circle's a big one. Lionel bought Action / Motorsports Authentics in 2010 and officially started producing cars in 2011. 2011 was Lionel's first year to mass produce the Cup Series cars. And they did some Nationwide Series cars as well. But 2011 was Lionel's first year. But yeah, yep, Hot Wheels, they were making cars. So yeah, you had a variety of, even like General Mills. I don't even know who made those cars, but you could buy cereal boxes with the Cheerios cars in them. John Andretti, Bobby Labonte. I don't know did they have Bobby Labonte? I don't think they were in cereal boxes at that point. But genuinely you had multiple different manufacturers. Sure that the cars didn't always look the same. Their body shapes were a little bit different. That was like the one thing I was excited. Listen here, Greg. Deathstrike 1. He didn't make any diecast. He might have had we're not even talking about it. They had Jeremy Mayfield. Yes, the Mobile 1 car. The 12 Mobile 1. You had Ryan Newman in the 12 Altel car. White and black, and eventually to blue. But yes, so that's a big thing. Braden, you're absolutely right. It's the single sponsorship for the entire season. Very, very rare nowadays. Hope the rest of your stream goes well. I have to go to sleep. Disney World tomorrow. Awesome. Have fun. Enjoy it. I've been there tons and tons of times. I hope you have a great time, Pimonza. Thank you, of course, for stopping in and choosing the stream tonight to hang out for a little bit. And also I have Bobby Labonte 43 Cheerios car from box. Okay, so maybe they did. But yeah, so you had the full season paint schemes, and when they ran a different paint scheme, it was like super rare and very unique. Now they run a different wrap. First of all, the cars aren't even painted these days. They're wrapped, which, in my opinion, look less good. I think the painted cars always looked better, especially under the lights, but in the sun too. I mean, they just looked good in general. A lot of metal flake in some of the cars if you were up close to them. The glossy finish on some of them. Some cars had matte finishes, but the painted cars always looked fantastic, especially in person. There was that. So you have the full season sponsors, you have the painted cars. I can even look past the early years of the chase, because the early years of the chase you didn't really see a decline immediately. You may have leaked your project in a post. All right, we'll check it out. I'll check it out over here. Let's see. I have my other laptop open up over here. I'll check it out. Let's see. Posts. Arizona Racing Legends. Nice. 31 seconds ago. very nice. The best we've gotten in recent memory rap-wise, I feel like we're the 40th anniversary 100 cars. Those look beautiful on TV. They did. So yeah, I got a box from a guy we talk about a lot. Cool. I don't know who that is, but so you have the full season sponsors, you have the painting of the cars. Just the way that the cars raced in general was much better back then at all forms of tracks. The way the cars took damage being sheet metal bodies, that visually helps tell a story much better. Oh, Bill Cower. That's cool. Yep, we have talked about Bill Cower before. That is correct. My mom knew him. May or may not have some slight AI editing. It's all good. I didn't even notice. And yes, Sam Bass was absolutely designing some banger paint schemes back in the day. Yep, that is true. But on top of all of that, like if you just look at the production quality of the races, the graphics that they used, the little sounds, the scoring pylons. P.O. Box, get ready. Oh, geez. Well, the P.O. Box is ready. It is open, so there is that. I don't know if I'm terribly keen on what's about to head my way, but it's in the description of the live stream. You can check it out down there. Oh, geez. Trying out a new technique with my lesson. Putting a coat of Mod Podge on the decals before I put them on the car. I want to see if it'll bring out the colors more. Interesting. Yes, board diecast, you are a bajillion% correct. Those cars used to take some real damage, but they could still be drivable, and they told a story. Like these new cars, they don't take any damage, and so just visually they're uninteresting. I want to see, and I'm not talking like just tire rubber, because like at the ends of the races, on some of the Martinsville races, they'll just have a bunch of black tire rubber like down the wheel well and towards the number and stuff. And like that's fine and all, but I just don't understand. Like that doesn't really tell that much of a story. The car's just dirty. It's not like they were run into. You said what, Greg? Jeff Friday America? I'm assuming the Friday was supposed to be Gordon. Jeff Gordon, America supports you. 24 Elite, good condition, no box. Do you need that one? America supports you. What year is that? America supports you. Nobody beats and bangs because they have a chance of breaking tolling from a slice hit. Yeah, that's true. The fragility of the new car is pretty disappointing with that toe link. Yeah. The new car, well, I mean, we know the new car was too rigid based off of all the concussions that it had out of the gate. Tristan McKee will be making his Truck Series debut next month. He was 5 when Gordon won his last race. Jeez, that was 2015. Dang. Tristan McKee makes me feel old, and I'm only a year older than him. So if he was 5 when Gordon won his last race, he would have been born in 2010. Jeez, that was my first year of high school. It was 2010. That's crazy. Look it up, Tubby. Greg, I feel like there's a lot of projection going on in this stream from you. Jeff Gordon, America supports you. All right, give me a second. Gen 6 took on the lead lap. Finish race. Yes, the Gen 6 was good. You know what? I'm gonna send you Kubota win. Gonna say Ross Chastain. Just Greg, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want within the bounds of the law. Anything outside the law, I don't want to deal with. But yes, you can do whatever you want within the bounds of the law. So, hold on. I was supposed to look something up. What was I looking up? Oh, yeah. Jeff Gordon's America Supports You. You probably... Is it the 2007 car? The DOD car that he ran? The family's at Culver's tonight. Let's go. Ranthony getting some good old-fashioned American food. Culver's. I think I don't know if I've actually had that. I feel like I've had it once. Greg, if it's the America Supports You one, the DOD, I have it in Elite if you need it. I mean, technically I don't need it, but if you're like, it's a Jeff Gordon car, sure, I'll take it. It's blue and yellow. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Sure. If you don't want it, I will find a use for it. Pavine says hi. Well, hello, Pavine. Hopefully you're doing well, hanging out with old Ranthony, getting some Culvers. The whole family's there. Ranthony, tell your dad I said what's up. We miss him on stream. Tell him to text me back. But yes, and I do think changing the point system really hurt NASCAR. It didn't show up right away because the chases were pretty good. Or I can send you a brand new Ross Chastain Kubota hauler. You could do whatever you want. The decision lies squarely in your lap. You can do whatever you want. Pick one. Can't have everything in life. I'm telling you to pick one. You're the generous one. If you send me the Gordon Elite, there's a good chance that I potentially turn it into a custom of something. I don't know what, but it's possible. Now we're talking about food again. Texas Roadhouse opened their first restaurant in Puerto Rico this year. Heck yeah, there you go. We actually just went to Texas Roadhouse. Last weekend? A week and a half ago, something like that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Probably not the healthiest for you, but you know what? If you're not eating it every day, then it can't be that bad. New fun face board diecast is from Puerto Rico. Actually, Matt, he has mentioned that before, so that is technically not a new fun fact. But it is a fun fact. Diecast Driven has gone international. We had somebody from Brazil once. We had somebody from Australia once. It was really crazy. I mean, not that board diecast from Puerto Rico is not like international. It kind of is. It's definitely outside the continental United States. But it's very cool that we're able to reach people outside of our borders, which is pretty neat. You've never caught on? Well, I don't think he mentions it every stream, but he's definitely said it before. But getting back to the points situation, I know that the points situation did not help in the long run. It definitely hurt NASCAR more than it helped. I think probably 2007 was the biggest disappointment. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Gordon fan. I mean, obviously I think Gordon should have won 07. But he had such a commanding points lead going into the chase, and then still won 2 chase races and didn't win the championship after having one of the statistically best seasons in NASCAR history. He had 30 top 10s out of the 36 races. And I'm pretty sure he only had one DNF, which was Charlotte in the Department of Defense car that Greg is talking about, the America Supports You one, the blue and yellow one. Uh-oh, Rowdy discovered something. Do not put the Mod Podge on the stickers before removing them from the backing. We have a discovery, everybody. Rowdy has made a discovery. But yeah, I think that was one of the kind of bigger turning points, is to people kind of getting sour on the chase. Is when Gordon had like a 300 plus point lead going into it, and then it got wiped away. Then, of course, you had the introduction of the COT, which again, as we've discussed here multiple times on the channel, the car of tomorrow, if you go back and watch some of those races, was not that bad, especially compared to what we get out of the Cup cars today. I would take the COT. If they brought the COT back tomorrow, scrapped the next gen and brought the COT back in its 2007 form, probably wouldn't even be mad. Wouldn't even be mad. There is some sort of like charm to those cars as well, with the big wing on the back. It looks stupid, but there's a charm about it. And yeah, it was on the front stretch. Yep, Casey Mears' first and only win, I'm pretty sure. Gordon got absolutely smoked. I think the 96 car of Tony Raines got loose or something, and Gordon got shoved down into the grass. Came back up across the track, nosed it right into the wall, pretty much by the start-finish line, and then got absolutely T-boned by one of the Red Bull cars. I'm fairly certain it was Vickers. It might have been Brian Vickers that hit him. But yeah, yes, I very much remember that race, because after that I didn't really want to watch, as Gordon was out. Going to Berlin, Raceway on the 12th, bringing the following: 2 cars on one time, and a mail truck. Are you trying to get them all signed? Is that why you're taking them, NASCAR kid? DW is flabbergasted when that wreck happened. If you watch enough old races, you know DW is flabbergasted like every single race about something. Dude was a joker. He was funny. He said some goofy things, and he was pretty weird, but that booth... Oh, was it Allmendinger? Okay, it was one of the Red Bull cars, I remember. Stickers were almost impossible to remove from the backing, basically. Only put the Mod Podge on after all the decals are on the car. Good to know. Yes, but the mail truck is for Hocevar. Are you going to gift it to him? Is that what you plan on doing? Because that's pretty cool. Very generous of you. I was thinking about that the other day. I think it'd be cool to make Carson a car at some point. I know he said he collects Diecast. I think it would be pretty cool to make him a car. I don't know what though. So the next time I go to a race, whenever that may be, I'm going to try and find him and ask him if he would be interested in a custom of his choice. Dale Jr. when anything happens. Oh my gosh, yes. Dale Jr. jump scares are a thing. They are absolutely a real thing. The Dale Jr. jump scare. So I think what we're going to do tonight is we're going to get this car done, unless something crazy happens on the stream. Unfortunately, by the way, I ordered the next... If you have Discord, I can send you a design. I do have a Discord, but I don't ever use it. I don't even know what my name is on Discord. I don't even know if it's linked to the channel. Hold on. I do. It's called Diecast Driven. Diecast_driven. There it is. So I don't ever go on it. So if I don't see your message, apologies. I'll probably see it eventually, but I don't go on there too often. Milk and serum, Yeah, Braden. Darryl Waltrip was a hoot in the booth. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about was just the broadcast, the quality of the broadcasts. Some of the... Obviously, Darryl, Larry, and Mike in the Fox booth was good, was solid, but how about this? I send it to you like now. Okay, send it to me like now, and I will look at it as soon as you say that it's sent. Once I get these decals on. Pancakes. It just seems like every year they were trying to get better and outdo each other, and now there's just some complacency in the broadcast realm. And one big thing that I really, 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 really don't like are the 3D rendered cars. I loved the cutaway cars when they would go to Tim Brewer in the cutaway garage or Larry McReynolds down in the cutaway car. That was much better than a 3D rendering. No, Greg, we're not talking about that. That's strike 2. One more and you get a little timeout. And I feel like the production of each company was also better back then as well. You'd sound crazy if you told someone from it that Fox would fall off. Yeah, Wally's World. Yep. With Wally Dallenbach. Kyle Petty on TNT. Oh, yeah. 100%. I know. And Braden, Fox was the standard. And that's why it was so crazy how far Fox has fallen as a broadcaster for the cup races. And I just don't understand. Here's my biggest thing. It's clear to everybody that you sent the scheme. Okay, give me a second. It's clear to everybody that NASCAR peaked a long time ago and has been on a very steady decline, kind of plateaued where it's at now for a good long while. 2004 wasn't that long ago. It was like 22 years ago. I know that sounds like a long time, but it really wasn't that long ago. Like, why does NASCAR lack the capacity to just look back at what they did and try and recreate it now? I just don't understand it. Because it clearly worked. I know the demographics have changed. I know people have left the sport and everything's different and blah, 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 all of that. But you know how interesting it would be? Now, they're not going to bring back the Gen 4 car because that car, it just, wasn't that safe of a car. They're probably not going to bring back the COT, although the O'Reilly car is basically the COT. People born before 2004 can legally drink Bud. Yes, technically that's true. I just don't understand why they can't see it. I don't get it. I really don't. All right, let's check out this thing you sent me. Message. Check mark. Ooh. That's cool. Can I show it on stream? Too late. That's pretty neat. You said you're going to tweak it a little bit, but that's still pretty cool. So are you going to turn this into a custom car? Pretty cool, pretty cool. Braden's speaking the truth here. Take the O'Reilly car. This is it right here. This is it, everybody. Take the O'Reilly car. Give it 850 horsepower. Put it on the track. Go. That's it. I don't even need 900 horsepower. 850 is fine. my hopes do not get up ever. My hopes are constantly in the dumps with every decision NASCAR makes. Like, even this year, going back to the chase, like, I was excited that the playoffs were going away, and then they announced the chase, and I'm like, I'm still kind of apathetic about it, because I don't really care that much, because it still is not right, in my opinion. And listen, this is coming from somebody that absolutely despises Denny Hamlin. Bro's like had a really good summer and taken the points lead, and would probably continue growing his points lead as the season goes on. So, you know, without a points reset, Hamster could probably win the whole thing. And I don't like him at all, and I want to see him never win a championship, but, you know, it is better than the playoffs. It's a step in the right direction, but I don't think it's far enough. And I don't know if that ever gets solved, but yeah. I was thinking maybe since you wanted to make host of ARCA, it could be that scheme. Well, let's just race lawnmowers every week. Do we need 10,000 horsepower? Yes, 10,000 horsepower. Spingate. Oh my gosh. Don't even get me started on that one. I was thinking, Board Diecast said that scheme looked really nice, in which I do agree with that. I was thinking more along the lines of a car that he personally raced at some point, that never got made in diecast form. Because I watched a video about him talking on his Talladega car, and how that car has since been taken apart, rebuilt, you know, raced again. But the diecast shows that, you know, it was a thing, and it's like a little piece in history. So I would probably ask him if there was a specific car that he raced that he would want. Not that I don't think that paint scheme's cool, because I think it is, but that was along more the lines of like where my head was at for that one. I'm sorry if this happens, but watch Logano win 5 straight races in the chase and lock title race early. Oh, Braden. Braden's just like tempting fate. Which, if no, I don't even want to speculate on something like that, Braden. Why you do this? Why you say the things you say? I made a Josh Berry, Robert Clemente tribute paint scheme last year. That's pretty cool. North Wilkesboro approved. He still has it, so it's 2020. Well, he does, but I mean, if you look at the last 2 years at North Wilkesboro, like he basically led every lap at both of those other races, or was in the top 5 pretty much the whole thing. So is 2025 main Ziegler scheme? No, I'm talking like an obscure scheme, like maybe his, I don't know, first Cup star, or one of his truck wins that didn't get made, or something like that. You know, something kind of off the wall that's pretty different, or maybe one of his late model schemes that he's ran, something. If you find it, send it to me. I will check it out. It's unfortunately an even year. That's why. Braden, there is a point to that. Well, that's true. Made 2 more of the teams. I have 7 of 32 custom NFL teams. Nice. Yeah, what was his first Cup start? It was in somebody else's car, wasn't it? It was in Corey LaJoie went to the 9 car, and he went to the 7 car, right? Oh, there is no link here. I'll just pull it up. Let me figure out how to do this again. It's right there. Apparently, I learned nothing today, according to that. I mean, you guys are more than welcome to say it. See, I don't have time to run a Discord. But if one of you guys want to like create a diecast driven Discord, I'm not super against it, but you guys kind of, you guys that are here kind of know the rules of the channel. You know kind of how we run things around here. So if you want to do it, I'm not against it, but it would take, you guys would run it. I don't have the time to, I barely have the time to do what I do. So you guys would have to run it. And I trust that most of you, except for Greg, would run it normally, without issue. So if you guys want to do some sort of Discord thing where you can share all of your things, that's perfectly fine with me. I just don't have the time to, I can't commit to doing that. Rowdy already has his own. I mean, if you guys want to make like a sub Discord, I don't even know how it works. If you want to make a thing inside of Rowdy's Discord to have Diecast driven something, I mean, you can do that. I don't really care. His late model Ziegler car needs to be made. I mean, maybe. That could be one that I could potentially make for him. Gateway. Yeah, he drove Corey LaJoy's car. And Corey LaJoy drove Chase Elliott's car. And I'm pretty sure Carson outdrove Corey LaJoy. Right? Maybe not. I don't know. That was a couple years ago. I don't really remember all that much. It's been an interesting stream because we haven't had a lot of views on this particular stream. But the concurrent viewers have been very consistent. It's between like 8 and 11 all night. So you guys have pretty much been here all night. So I appreciate all of you guys being here hanging out. This hasn't been like one of the most popular streams, probably because they're not racing this weekend. But you guys that have been in the chat and been active all night have, you know, made it worthwhile. So yeah, thank you guys for all being here. Of course, I appreciate your support as always, obviously. I know I saw the chat move a couple times. I can ask Carson on August 12th what car he wants to be made as a custom. You could definitely do that. Say, I know somebody named Diecast Driven who makes pretty good cars. Not that I need anything. Not that I don't need any projects. But I mean, come on, it'd be kind of cool to make one for Carson Hocevar. He blew a tire going to the first term. Oh, okay. So that's what happened. NASCAR Cup champion might form. What? If you want, can send you some. Yeah, you can send them in the Discord. Yeah, it was diecast_driven. Here, I'll pull it up one more time. Actually, Braden, we did mention Rainforest Cafe earlier. Yeah, here it is. All right, we're getting pretty down to it here on our decals. So I haven't lost the Fusion decal. I didn't cut it out yet, so that's good. I think Ranthony, I don't think he's been in the stream for a little bit, so he hasn't exactly been watching it like a hawk, but I'll allow it. You knew it. Yeah, I don't know. You might have missed it earlier, Braden, but I didn't bring it up, actually. It was not brought up by me. It was brought up by our boy Ranthony, who went to Opry Mills Mall this week, I think he said. Went to Box Lunch, and he went to Converse, he said. And he passed Lionel Racing Store and... or the Lionel store, I guess it's not just Lionel Racing. And the Rainforest Cafe. And he didn't stop to eat at Rainforest Cafe. That's a bold decision. Of course, he lives close to it, so he could just go whenever he wants. That'd be dangerous for me. I would totally pay for a custom car, but I need to save money because nah, save your money. Yeah. Definitely save your money. You guys are, I mean, we've had this conversation, but you guys are like mostly pretty young. Like, save your money. It's you having the money is more important than me having it. So yeah, you guys just save your money. Like, the channel's been monetized, so we're close-ish to getting ads on the videos and stuff. Ad revenue. So I don't know how all that works. I'll have to figure that out. I hate ads very much, but if I can benefit from them, then I'm going to. I wish there would be no ads ever, but yeah. So if you do talk to Carson, tell him to check out the channel. That would be crazy. That would honestly be one of the craziest things I've done so far. Make Carson a custom diecast. I hate ads too, especially on YouTube. Yeah, 100%. Like, Michael Mertz's videos have almost become unwatchable just because of the Denny Hamlin ads. They've gotten so bad. Yeah, and I feel like they've gotten so much worse. Yes, Braden, you're absolutely correct. The reason I keep bringing up Ziegler is because I know people within the company, and they're the reason you even met Carson. Oh, okay. See, there's always a connection. There's always a connection. Well, that's cool. That's very exciting. Yeah. Yeah, it's possible. No, Braden. Literally, I will rip my headphones out as soon as I see that ad. Oh my gosh, Braden, you have... Well, I was going to say you have no idea, but you probably do have some sort of an idea of how annoying it is. It drives me insane. I can't. And it's not even that I do dislike Denny Hamlin. Like, that's a part of it, but it's just, I've seen that commercial like a million times. I'm so sick of seeing it. And it's not, I don't know, it's not funny, it's not interesting, it's not informative, it's just annoying. Rainforest, let's eat. Yeah. Not now, buddy. We have a race tomorrow. Yeah. Like, it's just... Ugh. I don't know. I don't like it. You really know me, Denny, like how progressive is. See, and the fact that you guys are saying these things just means that you've also seen it way too many times. And that's a problem. Like, I have Progressive as insurance, and I want to get rid of Progressive as my insurance solely because I hate the commercials. And they sponsor Denny Hamlin. So, like, part of the money that I give that corporation goes to sponsoring Denny Hamlin, and I hate that. I really do. But that's corporate America for you. See, NASCAR kid, I don't know if you've seen Star Wars, but when you say that, which I know it's from the commercial, but I think of Anakin when he says, now this is pod racing. Star Wars, way better than Progressive insurance commercials with Denny Hamlin in them. What do you think the capital investment would... What do you think the capital investment for opening a Rainforest Cafe would be? I don't think I have that kind of money, but your money is behind Progressive being the face of Denny's 2025 championship, or Phoenix Heartbreak. Listen, I definitely do not like him. I do not like him probably more than any driver ever in NASCAR. I never have. But even I kind of felt bad for that. Like, even I felt bad because... Mostly because of the situation that his parents went through and with his dad passing away and everything. I think that was after, though. But even still, like... I felt bad from a human standpoint. But honestly, I could not care less that he did not win that championship. I was overjoyed by that. But yeah, like... with his house, or his parents' house catching on fire and like his dad passing away and everything, like all that's really, really terrible. I would never ever wish that upon anybody, even if I despise them. But yeah, him losing that championship was peak. Of course, he's probably going to win it this year and then just retire or something. But hopefully he finds a way to lose it, which would be nice. Return of the Jedi is the best Star Wars movie out of the 7 that were made. 7? There were only 6 Star Wars movies that were made. You want to see redemption? I kind of want a double dose of heartbreak. Just the cynic in me. But it doesn't even matter at the end of the day. Like, what difference does it make? We serve food here, sir. You forgot the pickles. So somehow we're back to SpongeBob references. Had to get ice cream too. Nice, Anthony. Ice cream is a solid choice. I respect it. Rogue One. Okay, here's my thought about Rogue One. Rogue One is a solid movie. I just don't like that. I just don't like it in the Star Wars original 6. Lucas 6 movies. I just don't like it. It's a good movie. It's solid, but for some reason, for me, it just doesn't fit in. I don't know how to explain it. I've seen it a couple times, and it just, something about it, it just doesn't fit in the 6 for me. You weren't able to find my Discord? It's it's this one right here. Matt, was it Matt? No, NASCAR Kid. Yeah, NASCAR Kid literally just sent me something. So it's right here. But I'll check your post. Let me. Oh, I got a text back. All right, let me check really quick. What did you do? Post. Oh, okay. Oh. See, I always kind of wanted to do those sorts of things, be able to make templates and stuff, but I never, you got a lot of them in there. 4. I never did that. I like that. The Cole Custer almost looks like Alex Pillow DHL scheme. Very nice paint schemes you have there. Shoot, I should use some of you guys for some design work, because I have been slacking on my design work lately. I wouldn't send you squat. I don't have Discord. Well, I barely use my Discord to begin with. Return of the Jedi is my favorite of the 7 movies. Wait, what about the I said the 7 movies. Yeah. I said there are only 6 in my opinion. I like the prequels and the original trilogy. I've seen all of the sequels. They're trash. Like I said, Rogue One is a solid movie. I don't like, in my opinion, it doesn't fit into the 6. That's my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You can watch or not watch the movies however you want to. It's perfectly fine. Well within your right to do so. But I'm just telling you, again, I like Rogue One. It's a solid movie. What are sequels? Never heard of them. Exactly. You know, when Disney bought the rights to Star Wars from Lucasfilm in 2012, I was excited. I was excited because Disney had the resources, George Lucas had the visions, the ideas, and then Disney Squandered it. Just took everything and made it trash. Serve food here, we do. Yes. So very disappointing showing from Disney and their trash Star Wars. That they have ruined, completely ruined that brand, by the way. Terrible. You used to be able to slap Star Wars on anything and it would sell. Now they can't get Star Wars to sell off of anything. I think they're kind of cool board diecast, but and I've considered making them for my collection. Actually, it'd be more for my sister's collection because she has all of the movie cars. She has like, well, I'm making her the Robots car, and then she has Cars, Pirates of the Caribbean, Planes. What other cars does she have? Cars 1, Cars 2, Cars 3. But yeah, they looked cool, but I don't really like 2311, so I was going to make them, but I'm probably not. I am going to make the Bubba Wallace World Cup Coca-Cola car for myself against my better judgment, but it is World Cup related, and I was at the World Cup, so I would like to do that. Okay, so I'll never forgive Disney for getting rid of Muppet Vision no matter how good the new Monsters Land will be. Braden, I am with you there. My sister sent me something from about that the other day, and it does look cool. I think they're probably doing a good, faithful adaptation of all things Monsters Inc. related, which I do enjoy seeing an early 2000s movie getting some love. But at the expense of the Muppets is a tragedy and is unforgivable, in my opinion, just like your opinion. So The Force Awakens was okay, Rogue One was better, but after that it fell off Mount Everest. Well, The Force Awakens was just basically Episode 4 remastered with new characters that were like not that interesting. And then they had some cameos from the old characters, which got everybody excited for like 5 minutes. Dale Jr. when a molecule moves. Yeah. It was really cool to see Blaney winning the championship with 2 Star Wars schemes on track. He's a big fan of Star Wars. Yes, you're correct about that. He is. I'm pretty sure he has a dog named Leia, doesn't he? Or something like that. I feel like it's something like that. But he is a pretty big Star Wars fan. Whoops. I'm only going to put this white layer on the windshield and then the decal on the back glass. I don't think I'm going to... Well, I'm not going to do the spoilers on stream. I like to do those off stream. So we're pretty much getting down towards the end of it here. I think what my plan is... May I don't see him send it to you. Okay. Alright, Alright. Alright. I have my phone open, waiting for it to come through. Ryan Blaney being sponsored by Stars would have been perfect, but unfortunately it was a bit too perfect. Yep, Braden. Could you imagine if Blaney would have won the championship in a Star Wars paint scheme? That would have been pretty cool. Ty Dillon paint scheme, a Sunoco paint scheme. Looks pretty cool. I feel like the side numbers need to be white. Like the inside part of the number needs to be white, and then that white could be yellow or something. You can't find my Discord. I don't know why you guys are having such trouble finding my Discord. Oops. Here it is. This is like the 5th time I've shown it on screen. There it is. Don't worry, the Fusion decal is in the water mat. But yeah, maybe it's just me, but I think you need a bigger contrast between the blue there and the blue there. Like have that be, or you could have the middle of it be yellow to match that. You could basically have the number be the same as that, but overall it looks good. I'm not a graphic designer. I'm not a paint scheme artist or anything like that. I'm just telling you what I observe. I'm the only one who didn't have problems. Yeah, apparently. You've searched up to 10 million times? Well, I don't believe that. 10 million is a bit excessive. Yes, Matt, the Fusion decal's right there. Do not fret. It is there. So yeah, Sunday, there's obviously no racing this weekend, so we're not going to have a recap. I'm considering building the Messi Lego, but I feel like the window of opportunity has already left us. So I might just build it off stream, because World Cup fever is kind of over. I was going to try and capitalize that, but yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'll just build it off stream. What do you guys think? Would you want to do another Lego driven stream on Sunday? Would you guys be interested? I know there's only 5 of you here, but would you be interested in a Lego driven stream on Sunday? The Sunoco scheme looks pretty good. The only nitpick I have is that the number should be yellow. Yeah, Seabraden, that's what I said too. Great minds, they be thinking alike these days. Absolutely. So should we do a Lego driven stream on Sunday? I guess I should have made that as my poll question. That's all right. The Fusion decal is here. Messi number 1. Technically Messi's number 10, but yes, he is number 1. I'm still a little sad about the World Cup final. Just the way that it ended. I don't really care a whole lot for Spain. I don't really like them or hate them. Just, I'll go change it and see how it looks. Oh, we're going to do this in real time? I'm going to watch box racing on Sunday. That sounds interesting. Lego, Lego, Lego. Either I'm stupid or Discord won't let me message you. Well, I don't know how, because NASCAR Kid just did. Content we need. The tiny green. He was number 1. Yeah, NASCAR Kid was able to send me a message like pretty much right away. So I don't know how Discord works. I'm not sure. I know, we're having all sorts of technical issues with that. We managed to stretch this stream out to its full, almost full 2-hour length. So that's exciting. I'm getting pretty tired here. I do need to be going for my run tonight after stream. And I also need to make tomorrow's video, which I don't know what it's going to be yet. I got a new light box, by the way, and I'm really excited to use it, but I've been so busy the past couple days since we've gotten it that I haven't had a chance to like set it up. What do you guys think? So right now, all of the Friday videos that you guys probably see, I have it black. Like the background is black, so it's a very dark vibe. I bought a light box and it's very bright. And I haven't actually tried putting a car in it yet, like on the pedestal to rotate. But I'm thinking it'll probably look pretty good and you'll be able to see the details better. So before I even make a video like that, what do you guys think? You think a light background is gonna be the move? It's probably not gonna be tomorrow's video. It might be next week's video. Build the Lionel Lego. All right, Matt. You said that. Braden said that. Rusco said that. So we'll do a Messi Lego stream on Sunday since it's an off week. There's no racing. You guys will probably all tune in because you're the regulars. You guys like to hang out here. So yeah, we'll probably just do that. Now it says 1 concurrent view. We're down to 1. Everybody bailed. They're like, this is boring. Okay, check Discord. All right, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second while I apply this beautiful decal here to this windshield so that we can get a nice opaque yellow. Tried sending you a friend request. Okay, all right. Now the wheels are turning. Give me 1 second. Now everybody's getting hyped up. They're like, all right, we're gonna look into it. Give me 1 second here. I just gotta finish this up. I also don't have notifications turned on for Discord, so I wouldn't even know. Like, if we weren't live together now, back and forth, I wouldn't even know unless I just randomly decided to check. Most iconic NFL video game moment of all time, Greg Jennings with a broken leg. Yeah, I'm not even going to pretend to know about that, Matt, but I'll take your word for it. I will absolutely take your word for it. All right, let's check this stuff out. The gears are gearing up. Okay, so we have... Oh, you just sent me. So here is it with the yellow numbers. Ooh, okay. Okay, 1. I think this will solve it. For this, change the white to black and the black to white. Just like this number. See how it goes yellow, black, white? Do that for this. Yellow, black, white. I think that would do it. That might do it. I don't hate the red, though. I'm not going to lie. I don't hate the red. But I do think yellow would look great if it was yellow, then black with a little white outline. You watched Kyle Busch's last ever lap in person? Jeez, that's crazy. Oh, I got a notification. Rowdy sent you a friend request. I got it. I accepted. This is the very beginning of your legendary conversation. You guys will have to be patient with me if you ever message me on Discord because I don't go on there too often. So there's a high likelihood that I won't even see your message until like days, potentially weeks after you send it. So just don't be discouraged if I don't respond right away. If you ever do message me. But that pretty much wraps up what we were working on today. We got another one of Cody's cars done. So this is number 6. So I cleared 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm just waiting to pick them up. I'm going to pick them up Saturday. So I did order the decals, waiting on those to come in. I cleared the robots car, cleared that car. So we got some stuff to work on. But yeah, you sent me some schemes. All right, it was funny. This guy was playing Madden, and then Green Bay Packers hitter Greg Jennings caught the ball and was running until he broke his leg mid-run, but still scored. Is it... What? That's wild. Oh, dang, you did send me some schemes. All right, let's check these out. Quality isn't great, but here are some schemes. All right, so we got the Rolex Corey Haim 67. I don't know what color that is. It looks green, probably. We got Carson's iRacing scheme. It's pretty cool. A little chili pepper there. Whoa, we got a crash. We got the Ram 25 Justin Haley car. Oh, is that a... Okay, so that's assuming Ram goes cup racing. Pretty neat. We have a Verstappen. Is that Verstappen? Yep, Red Bull scheme. Nice. Ooh. And then a Diecast driven 24. Whoa. Nice. With a red to blue fade. My logo on it. YouTube on it. That's pretty neat. That's crazy. I can't even, you guys are funny. I appreciate the support. And then a Young Life, Brent Cruz, number 11. Is that for when Hamster retires? You think Brent Cruz is taking over the 11? Possible. It's possible. 9:48 on the couch watching Diecast Driven. Well, that Rolex one looked like it'd be an actual. It does, because it's pretty simple, but it looks pretty clean too. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So here, I'll get this. This is what we'll work on Sunday. It's only 958 pieces. I feel like we could get this done in one stream. It doesn't look that complicated. It's posable, so we'll have to figure out what pose we want them to be in. But I feel like we could get this done in one stream. It might be a 3-hour stream, but I feel like we could do it. Pretty neat. Well, we will do this then on Sunday. So it's the Lionel Messi soccer legend. That one's gonna be pretty messy to build. Heck yeah, Braden. Steph has joined. However, we are just about to wrap up. So Lego looks like it's gonna be a messy one. Yep. See, you and Braden, you guys think alike. We're gonna do that Sunday since there's no racing. Oh no, that's it. That's it. Yep. Right there. You nailed it. That's the one. What do you guys think? The yellow numbers? Yellow numbers with the black outline with the yellow outline. That's it. Or the white. So yellow, black, white. Yep. I like it. What? Apparently, the poll just ended. But yes, Braden, I agree. Peak. This is it. This is the move right here. The yellow numbers on the side with the black stroke and the white background. That's it. I like it. I like it. Much better. Very nice. Very nice paint scheme. Yeah, with 10 minutes to go, I'm going to wrap it up, though. Sorry for ending now, Steph, but you know, we stream at 8, and sometimes it goes to 10. So, yeah, we're gonna call it here. We're going to wrap this up. I'm going to throw this card back in the box. We'll see you guys on Sunday. We're going to make the Lionel Messi. We're going to make the Lionel Messi Lego. I know it's not, like, we're not going to capitalize on the World Cup hype, but that's fine because it'll be a chill stream. We'll hang out with you guys. There's no racing, so I don't expect it to be too crazy, but we'll see you guys on Sunday. I hope all of you have a great rest of your evening tonight, a good Friday tomorrow as well. And I think that's it. Thank you guys for all joining. I appreciate all the support as always. What else is there to say? Bye, everyone.